Schwartz going to leave it in behind for Greenberg. Battle for the ball. For the ball? What? For the puck on the half wall. My goodness. This one comes out to Luke Karnoffel, and nearly stumbling there was Herberg. He's 1-on-2. Poswick able to just cancel him out. Good play there. Greenberg just past center. He's able to dish it in. Flashes change. Kazdak sends it up. Controlled now by Gillespie. Able to wheel one around for Handlovich. Laying one through center. Gortz try to deliver the body to Wapperer. Controlled now by Brian Russell. Russell to Grable, and now Wapperer again. 2-on-2, they break in. Jumping into the rush is Grable. Wapperer sidesteps a man, lets one fly. It's kicked away by Beck. Puck ripped away here, and falling down was Sean Deacon. And another puck that goes right into the Kent State bench. So we'll have another stoppage with 6:22 to go.
Well, if there's anything I've learned here at the Kent State Ice Arena, so the ice has a habit of biting people around here.
That it does.
And it looks like everyone is with us now, Gabe.
We are good. So we'll update you. Score is 0-0 between the Blue Streaks and the Golden Flashes with 6:22 to go in the first period. We apologize. Stream was scheduled to start a little bit late. One thing of note in terms of housekeeping, Zachary Nowak, the head coach for the Golden Flashes in his first year, is out, placed in health and safety protocols after testing positive for COVID-19. So the Flashes are led by bench boss Aaron Hernandez for tonight's matchup between the Blue Streaks and the Golden Flashes.
Yeah, another small note, Flashes captain Jason Smith is not dressed this evening due to a lingering, quad issue, I believe.
Quad issue sustained last night against IUPs. Here's a shot to the net. Kava makes the save. Gallo slams one toward the net. Another save made by Kava. Two strong saves by Nate Kava. Gabe Kalura, Chris Hodson, Kent State, and John Carroll. Stepping up was Bioni, and he did not see Young flying in. Whistle blows. We'll see what for. Big hit delivered by Justin Bioni.
Yeah, Blue Streak's bench is very vocal right now.
And it looks like, was offside called here?
Might have just been an offside. I'm not 100% sure what the whistle was for, if it was an offside.
That's a very big
offside.
mistake right there for John Carroll. They were moving in 3-on-1, and it would have been a really good opportunity to score. Stuffing this one down low is Alex Holupnik, returning from a broken collarbone. Played his first game of the season last night in a 6-4 loss against Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Knifing in now is Miller. Throws one toward the front. Beck took care of that. Holupnik pass went through his skates, but here comes Jonathan Gabriel, the big man with big strides. Moving in is Gabriel. Shot, score! Jonathan Gabriel goes top cheese, and the Flashes draw first blood. It's 1-0.
That was an absolutely perfect shot there. There's nowhere else he could have put it, but right in the corner.
High glove on Nate Kava. And a huge goal in a huge game for a huge man in Jonathan Gabriel.
Yeah, and he's probably been the most, visible, not just because he's 6'6", but he's been everywhere so far this evening. For those of you that are just joining us, there's been a lot of physicality tonight.
And it's to be expected with a divisional game as we approach the CHMA playoffs. Top 6 seeds make the CHMA playoffs, so every game means a lot. With the Flashes tied for that 6th spot right now with Duquesne, they have a game at hand.
Yeah, the Flashes are currently holding on for dear life in terms of their playoff hopes, whereas the Blue Streaks here are sitting at 4th, just a couple points. Actually, I believe 4 points now behind IUP as they beat the Kent State Golden Flashes last night.
Holding the line was Mitchell Poswick. He took a body from Glika, and now he controls the puck on the half wall on the far side. Sends it ahead for Brian Russell, the captain of the Blue Streaks. This one comes all the way down behind Nick Beck's net, starting on a back-to-back. He played last night against IUP, and he's playing again tonight. Here's a breakup, courtesy of Nathaniel Schwartz. Flashes move in 3-on-2 with Schwartz hopping into the rush. Here's Greenberg. tries to dangle around a man. Instead of just shooting it, Handlovich will bring it. Tip shot, save made by Kava. And a whistle.
It's a great save by Kava there. Those redirected shots are not easy to get in front of, but he saw it the whole way and was able to devour that one right there.
And how awesome is it that we get everyone watching in right before the first goal of the game from Jonathan Gabriel.
That's kind of the best timing, you know. Not much really happened before. There's a lot of physicality, a lot of back and forth, but he didn't miss the first goal, and that's what matters.
So the Flashes lead at 1-0. Wigan falls around behind, tries to hit Deacon moving in. It hits the skate of Jim Grable, leading scorer for the Blue Streaks with 31 points on the year in just 22 games. Pretty ridiculous pace. Pass across, Gilbert with a drive. Handling that was Beck. Tries to toss one in front. Sounded like something got some iron in behind Nick Beck. And now here comes Creston racing down the far side. He takes a nice hip check from Gilbert. Puck controlled in behind by Gortz. He tried to stuff one in front. It was knocked away. Wigan plays it ahead for Deacon. Deacon loses it. Handlovich sends it all the way down. Kava will leave it behind for Wigan. And the Streaks will regroup. Trying to hit Freilich that time was Deacon. Handlovich all over that. Comes all the way down. Patrick Gilbert can play it. He's hurried there by Hillebrecht. Now flying in was Zarecki. Puck comes all the way back behind Nate Kava's net. Swinging in there is Tommy Kilway. Kilway surveys. Has it knocked away by Wigan. A good play. Kyle Vent's able to hold the line. Now Freilich sends one skyward. Trying to hit Miller in stride, it looked like. Zach Henry knocked it down. There's another hit delivered. Now Zarecki going at it with Miller behind the play. But here comes Kilway. Has a go and a glove save made by Kava. And a whistle. 17 minutes have come and gone. 2:59 to go in period number 1. Flashes lead at 1-0. Gabe Kalura, Chris Hodson.
Well, like we discussed, it's an important game for both teams. I expect the physicality is just going to continue to ramp up here in this one. Both teams looking to get back in the W column after taking losses last night.
Trying to wheel one was Gallo, and that shot snatched by Kava. And another quick stoppage, just 5 seconds tick off the clock.
So yeah, Blue Streaks lost last night, 4-1 to Pittsburgh, and then of course the Flashes lost last night, 6-4 to IUP. So both looking to get back in the W column. However, John Carroll's been pretty hot. They've won 4 of their last 5, whereas the Flashes have only won 2 of their last 5.
Both teams, as you mentioned, are looking to get back in the win column. One's had a little bit more success this season, 16-5-1. The John Carroll Blue Streaks in a tough division in the CHMA with names like Pittsburgh, like Robert Morris, 2 seemingly giants at the top of this division.
I mean, absolutely. Pittsburgh is 14th ranked right now, so that's definitely a tall task.
Speaking of tall, Jonathan Gabriel settles into this draw. Comes back to Poswick, who lets one go. It never got to Kava. Holupnik calmly settles it down and hands it off to Hillebrecht. Hillebrecht for Gabriel. Tried to return it. It comes all the way back to the point where Poswick can try to knock it right back in further. Gabriel again, wheeling into the slot area, lets one go, and it just floats harmlessly wide of the net. Holupnik controls it now in behind. Back out to the point for Herberg. Soccers it along to Poswick, who has a go. It gets the glass. Holupnik in the far corner. Geometrically played for Poswick. Lets one go, deflected up and into the mesh. And a whistle with 2:10 to go in period number 1.
Well, for those of you out there that maybe don't follow ACHA hockey or just don't know much about, the players, I'll give you some players to watch here. So for John Carroll coming into tonight, James Grable, number 3. He's got 12 goals, 19 assists, and 31 points. Those are some big numbers. He's averaging nearly 1.5 points per game. And then his teammate, number 16, Sean Deacon, comes in tonight with 14 goals, 11 assists for 25 points. So pretty big numbers from those guys.
Certainly, and in just 22 games, this over a point per game pace for both Deacon and Grable. This puck comes all the way down. Icing will be waved off. Bioni peeks behind him. Grable's hurrying him along. Able to step by Whopperer as well. Here comes Bioni racing down the left wing. And the defenseman just says, I'll do it myself. Bioni touches one for Greenberg. Greenberg surveys. He's a crafty forward. Very agile, very quick. And now he turns it over to Jim Grable. Grable couldn't get around Greenberg. And it comes all the way back to be stuffed in by Gazdak. Flashes will regroup now. Getting a piece of that with Greenberg, so icing will be waved off. Pretty effective. Flashes will get to execute a fire wagon change behind the play. Here comes Gazdak. Gains center red, dumps it into the far corner. Kyle Vent gonna be the first one to it. Trying to toss one ahead to Kilway that time was Henry. We reach a minute to go in period number 1. Here is Zach Henry. Plays one ahead to Zarecki. He deflects it all the way down. Weigand and Gallo the first one to it. Gallo steps into his man. Zarecki controls it in the near corner. Looking to win that battle, but it comes in front to Glika. He'll play one ahead to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer takes a hit there from Kilway. And now moving in is Zarecki. Tried the drop pass and he got Gallo moving on in. And a save made by Kava. Remember that one.
A little bit more after that one.
Joey Gallo all alone, tried to open up the wickets and go 5-hole on Nate Kava, and he shut the door, showed it to him, and took it away.
Yeah, another tough save 5-hole, but he's been up to the task.
Even more jawing as these two head to the bench.
Yeah, you can feel love is in the air here tonight between these two teams.
Certainly. Freilich and Gabriel. Jonathan Gabriel just wins it all the way forward and drops it back to the left point to Vent. Shot hit Holupnik in front. Now Holupnik drops it off to Gabriel. Tried a little crafty move to get to the slot area. It was knocked away alertly by Freilich. The chance in front. Never got to Gabriel's stick. Now moving in is Miller. Fires it from center red. Kneeling down to one knee to block it down was Beck. Laid up ahead to Weigand. Sends it all the way down in behind Beck's net. Kyle Vent. Another one of those talented freshmen on this roster as period number 1 has come to a close. After the first 20, Chris, really physical, and now here we go again. Took my eyes off the play for about 5 seconds.
Yeah, back at center ice here, there's a little bit of a disagreement. A couple guys were throwing some half punches at each other right in front of the referee, and he's trying to usher both teams off the ice here.
As things continue to heat up here in Kent, Ohio. And rightfully so with how cold it is outside. I mean, we got to get some heat somewhere. And
hottest game on ice, Gabe.
Oh, absolutely. So, first intermission will start now. Don't go anywhere. Period number 2 coming up next. Flashes lead it 1-0. Period number 2 from the Kent State Ice Arena. Just about set to get underway. Goaltenders have switched sides. Nick Beck to your right, Nate Cava to your left. 1-0 Flashes lead. Gabe Kalura, Chris Hodson. Period 2 underway. Wigan tossed it ahead to McNamara, who tried to knock it into the zone, couldn't. Dropping back into the offensive zone is Zarecki, now controlled by Gilbert. Herberg pinching up to try and take that puck away from McNamara. And now Freilich controlling for John Carroll, nearly turned it over in front. Puck cleared all the way down. Icing will be waved off. It hit the stick of Mitchell Poswick. Very frantic, very physical first period. So here's Herberg playing one to Kilway and all the way down. Spoke with Jonathan Gabriel during the first intermission, and he kind of just scoffed when we asked him about how physical this game is. Because, he's such a big guy. He's not worried about being thrown around like that.
I'd imagine it's 6'6". There's not a whole lot you're worried about out there.
Controlled by Miller. Drops one off to Gazdak with a shot. Easily stick to the corner there by Beck. Colliding with Gabriel that time was Deacon. Now Gabriel fighting for this puck along the half wall. Gabriel takes another check. Grable stepping in, leading scorer this season for the Blue Streaks, 31 points. Alex Halupnik moving the other way. He touches one across to Hillebrecht. Flash's defense will change here in the period of the long change. Don't want to get stuck out there when the change becomes more difficult. Russell is able to touch one for Deacon. He's hit hard. I think that just sounded a little bit louder and a little bit more violent than it really was. This one scooped up by Beck on the shot from Wapperer and melted down with 18:23 to go in period number 2.
Well, for those of you that were paying attention towards the end of the first, I gave you a couple players to watch for the Blue Streak. So I figure, for those who don't know the Kent State roster very well, I'll give you a couple people to watch here. Zach Zarecki, number 28, comes into tonight with 29 points. And then, of course, Jonathan Gabriel with the Golden Knight. He's now sitting at 27 points on the season.
10th goal of the year for Johnny Gabriel. And what a beautiful shot it was, right over the glove in the slot of Nate Cava to give the Flashes this 1-0 lead. Working his way into the zone was Ian Herman. He will hurry Brian Russell across. He dumps this one into the mesh. And a stoppage.
Looks like the puck might have gone out of play on that one. Maybe ran up the boards a little too high and caught the mesh.
I think the indication on the ice is that puck did deflect off the glass. I was listening to see if we'd have a delay of game. We will not. So the faceoff comes back to Kyle Vent. This puck also goes up and out of play. So we struggle to keep the puck in play right now.
Well, we were talking about players to watch. Coming into tonight in this game, there are 5 players between these two rosters that are averaging more than a point per game. Of course, one of the other ones is the captain for the Golden Flash, Jason Smith, who is not playing tonight.
Greenberg whips one high over the blocker of Cava. Richter plays one back. Herman swoops in to break it up. Played back to the point for Vent. Lets one fly. It goes wide of the blocker's side of Cava. Gazdak tosses one ahead for Max Richter. He takes a hit right in front of the Kent State bench. This one all the way down. Kneeling to block that with the paddle is Beck. Leaves it there for Kyle Vent. Flashes regroup. Tossed up ahead. Spiked into the zone by Kobe Greenberg. Flashes will change. Young tosses this one around. And now here comes Richter. Sends one all the way down. Poswick in the near corner. Tries to nudge one across, stepping in there for a shot was Miller. Save made by Beck, the rebound, still it's loose. Another save by Beck, he's looking for it, can't find it. Backhand shot, oh, and that stayed out somehow as well. Young trying to wheel one to the net, and another save made by Beck. Rebound comes in front, Nick Beck getting some help from his defense. Poswick in front in a battle now. My, oh my, what a sequence. And they're swinging, they're throwing them.
And I think they've decided they're no longer interested. What was that, a fight?
We'll see what the ruling on the ice here is. What a sequence for Nick Beck and the defense.
It kind of looked like a fight, but at the same time, it kind of felt like they didn't know if they wanted to fight, if they just wanted to hug it out. I don't know what's going on there.
Looked like a little friendship battle right there, I guess.
Yeah, must have been. I tell you, though, I don't know if I'd want to start throwing hands at someone wearing a metal cage on their face, but that might just be me.
Never seems smart, does it?
Kind of defeats the purpose, if you ask me.
Nick Beck adjusting the equipment. Right now, the only indication – no, we will play 4-on-4. So matching roughing minors for Adam Unruh and Mitchell Poswick.
Well, that ought to open up some space out here.
4-on-4, you want to get your quick guys, your goal scorers back out here. Looks like the Flashes will go with Tommy Kilway, Zach Zarecki. This is Justin Bioni. Plays it with the glass to Kilway, who's got some speed. Kilway fires, and a save made by Kava. Swallowed up. And we have a whistle with 16:50 to go. Period number 2.
Well, you know, I told you the physicality was probably going to ramp up here the further this goes on and until maybe some calls start coming in. Looks like that's holding up pretty well here thus far.
Those were our first penalties of the game. Those matching roughing minors. Here is McNamara playing it for John Carroll. He's able to throw it up in the air, but he can't get around Shane Handlovich. Puck sent all the way down, dropping back is Weigand. Hurrying him was Zarecki and played across for Patrick Gilbert. Puck hits the skate of the official and Kilway steps in. Stops on a dime and he's right behind the net. He's hurried by Young here, pinned to the wall. Weigand helping out as well. Here's Kilway, back out to Bioni. Drive! Save made by Kava.
Nice grab on that one. We know Bioni's got a cannon. He saw that one the whole way.
Really good save there by Nate Kava. Stepping up, making himself look big with that glove hand. Flashing the leather. So this faceoff will be to the left of Nate Kava. Be taken by Jonathan Gabriel and Max Wapperer. Puck dropped. Gabriel was able to win it back, but it's grabbed there by Brian Russell. Russell plays one for Gazdak, and now Deacon. Able to nudge it forward for Wapperer. Wapperer drops it off, and it goes right through the wickets. Now Russell tosses one back up ahead. Wapperer controlling it. Drops back into his own defensive end. Leaves it for his captain, Brian Russell. Plays catch with Gazdak here. Puck rolling on end. Stepping up is Hillebrecht. As we play ping pong here, can't seem to get any sustained possession. Jonathan Gabriel will step in and do it himself. Gabriel, who has the goal in this one, moving to the net, drops one in front, was looking for a driving Greenberg. Pinching up to try and hold the line was Kyle Vent, but the puck comes out. 30 seconds to go on the matching roughing minors to Unruh and Poswick. Here is Russell. Flashes get set up defensively on the 4-on-4. Russell fires one, caught by Beck. He wants to keep play alive, and he will. Henry looking to sidestep Grable. He couldn't do it.
Looks like Beck might have surprised his defense there with that little toss out.
Not sure they were ready for it. That puck nearly got to Kobe Greenberg, but it was cut off by Ethan Miller. Miller still controlling the puck. He's hauled down, and a whistle. It'll be blown dead for offside. Flashes might have caught a break there. It looked like Henry might have hooked him.
Yeah, I think Flashes definitely got away with one there.
Letting the boys play. That seems to be the mantra tonight.
Yeah, the Blue Streaks are letting them know what they think of the situation, and probably rightfully so on that one.
Official Will Simon is hearing it from the John Carroll coaching staff. Joey Gallo will take this draw.
4 seconds left in the 4-on-4 here, Gabe.
Off the tie-up, Pfeiffer thought he could control it, and both men are free from the box. Poswick and Unruh
immediately ran over each other.
They got tied up right away, didn't they? Here's Poswick controlling it. Poswick is able to knife in through center. He throws one all the way down, and this will be an icing. Flashes thought Kilway might have won that race, but it will be icing.
Well, we've kind of hinted at the idea of penalties here this evening. And coming into tonight, John Carroll's power play is not one you really want to see if you're an opposing team. Coming with a 62% on the power play, 91% on home ice, and a 41% of that on the road.
62%, not bad.
Absolutely.
Not bad is the understatement of the century. This puck comes to Gilbert. He has a go, and it gets the dasher behind Beck. Zarecki plays one up ahead for Kilway. Kilway tied up by Sean Deacon. Weigand drops it back to Gilbert. Gallo gonna hurry him. Puck comes to the far corner for Weigand now. Rushing in to help out defensively with Zarecki. Puck deflects back to Poswick. Poswick for Zarecki. He's able to deflect one into the corner. Gallo's gonna be the first one there. Drops it off to Zarecki. Zarecki tried to curl and drag his way around Weigand. Weigand shut him right down. Wapperer controls it now. On the near side, pass to Deacon, a diving play by Tommy Kilway, but he still couldn't break it up. Whopper opens up for a one-timer, doesn't get the puck. And now it's gobbled up by Mitchell Poswick. He plays one for Zarecki. Try to get it across to Kilway, and they don't get it out. Flashes need to change, and Beck knows it, and he'll freeze with 13:50 to go in the second.
Yeah, so he talked about the lethality of John Carroll's power play unit. The one catch is they really don't seem to get on it that much, and that's what we're kind of seeing this evening, where maybe they should have gotten on it. But on the converse of that, their PK not so hot, 65%.
Pretty brutal.
PK. That is that's rough.
Brian Russell throws one wide to the blocker side of Nick Beck. This is Miller working down low. He takes a body from Bioni. John Carroll bench again, wanted a penalty on that one. They won't get one. Here's McNamara working his way into the slot. He's hauled down. The puck is still loose. Still they whack away at it. It squirts free to the far corner. Wheeling one was Gaswick. What a reactionary save by Beck on McNamara. Another big hit as the physicality continues. Picking himself up is Nathaniel Schwartz behind the play. Not a game for the faint of heart. Another collision. And now they're going at it. Meanwhile, here comes McNamara into the Kent State end. Rowdy atmosphere in the building. Rowdy atmosphere on the ice. You wouldn't want it any other way. What a play by Nick Beck. Did you see that? All the way up ahead to Greenberg, and he couldn't control it. Goodness me, Nick Beck, what a play. Used the back of the net, a la Sidney Crosby. Lugging it up ahead. Here's a puck shot to the far corner. Working with it. Stepping up was Jonathan Gabriel. Sent all the way down. Carlo Bertoni falls back to retrieve this for John Carroll.
I haven't seen a goaltender show handles like that since Patrick Waugh tried to take it past the center ice line.
I remember that. What a hit by Kyle Vent. Me, oh my. Bodies all over the ice. Fogarty touches one across for Bertoni. Here's Pfeiffer making his way in. Dropped all the way back to be controlled by Zach Henry. Hillebrecht on the half wall, tried to nudge it out to get a breakout started. He took a body from Fogarty. Now controlled again, and it comes all the way back down for Kalika. Working hard on him is Jonathan Gabriel. He takes a run there from Fogarty. Winning this puck is Kilway with a shot that's knocked down by Kava. Kilway working, trying to get it back into the slot area to Jonathan Gabriel. He couldn't. Puck intended for Tommy Kilway right there. He couldn't control it. It hit his skate. All the way down past Galika. John Carroll will change. Quick up. Almost handled there by Hillebrecht. Now here's Wigan in behind. He's tied up by Gallo. Hillebrecht flies in to help out. Gallo still tied up right there, right behind Kava's net. Puck controlled now by Gilbert. Gilbert up ahead. Maneuvering his way in. There is Karnoffel. Karnoffel tied up, and another wrestling match going on behind the play. Drop back to Gilbert, demanding that puck. Played across for Wigan. Surveys, walks the line, drops it right back to Gilbert. Touched into the slot. Couldn't be controlled there by Karnoffel. Puck won here by Hunter Hillebrecht. Trying to hit Kilway in stride, and it hit his skate all the way down. Icing's going to be waved off, and Kilway makes another man hit the ice. Zarecki in there to help out again. Puck controlled here. Herberg won't pinch.
Another big hit
run now.
Of the Flash's bench.
And another. More extracurriculars in front of the bench. Beck took a hit, and he's slashing at Karnoffel. Now they're battling the goaltender in front. Oh, my goodness.
That's off the
They're coming after Karnoffel. Oh, my goodness. Tensions rising and boiling over at the Kent State Ice Arena.
Yeah, there was a big hit in front of the Flash's bench, and then obviously what just happened with Beck over there. I mean, there's been hits everywhere.
Not a game for the faint of heart, Chris.
No, and I think the referees are kind of starting to lose control of this one. They haven't been calling anything, and this is kind of the result.
It's not every day you see a player take exception to a play made by a goaltender.
No, absolutely not.
But Nick Beck got into a rather substantial punching match with Luke Karnoffel in front of his own net. And now the officials have quite a bit of deliberating to do.
Yeah, it looks like Flashes have 2 men in the box. Blue Streaks 1 right now. And I'm sure this will take a moment to sort out.
Hasn't been a time that we've really seen things boil over that much all season.
I mean, 100%. And I mean, you don't really see fights in a game where, or at least at this level, where everyone's got some kind of face protection on. But there's certainly been no fear of physicality in these games, and tonight is no exception.
So the referee, Will Simon, indication is that John Carroll will have a 5-on-4 power play here. 2 guys in the box for Kent State and just 1 for John Carroll.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the extra one is going against Beck here.
And Beck did take exception to the play that was made behind him. He took a body from Carnoffel as he was out trying to play the puck along, and he just started whacking at Carnoffel with that one-piece Bauer goaltender paddle.
Well, you know, I always say you got to be careful when you enter the goaltender habitat, but this time it wasn't even the habitat, and this time the goalie was the one who had something to say about it.
You don't see that very often, especially from a guy like Nick Beck. Seems so cool, so calm, so collected.
Yeah, you never really see any kind of emotion from Nick Beck. He's always kind of a statue in that, so that's definitely not something we've seen.
Well, the fans here love it, and so do we. We're back underway. Power play for the Blue Streaks and a big opportunity for them to get right back into this game.
And we know how much of a how lethal they can be.
Gilbert surveys at the center point, gives it on over to Grable, a shot, never got to Beck. It comes back to Gilbert. Gilbert touches it across to Brian Russell. He's hurried by Handlovich. It comes back for Grable. Fakes his shot, dumps it in down low to be controlled by Whopper. Now right back around to Russell. Back to the point for Gilbert. Plays catch with Grable. Grable in the slot. Deacon just taps it along for Russell. Back to Grable. Lets one go. Beck with the save, and he swallows it.
Yeah, we're kind of seeing here, you know, why they're so lethal. They're quick, and just the puck movement is really smooth. Just quick, simple movements, keep it around the outside, and then opening up that space in the middle to try to feed your man in the slot.
They did try the pass to that bumper position right there in the slot area just one time.
It just rolled over the stick on that one.
Deacon wasn't able to even get it on net. Here's Gilbert, touching one across to Russell. Drops it back to Whopper. There it is in the bumper. Couldn't be controlled by Deacon, and a great keep there by Patrick Gilbert. Touched along to Russell. Demanding the puck is Jim Grable. Firing as Russell, it goes wide. Stepping up, trying to nudge it out is Nathaniel Schwartz. Whopperer won the battle again, controlled and behind by Sean Deacon. Second leading scorer on this John Carroll team with 25 points this year. Gilbert surveys, drops it right back off to Grable. Grable snaps one across, controlled by Russell, shot up high, Beck makes the save. Drop right back off to Gilbert. Gotta get the pressure off your goaltender here. Gilbert plays catch with Grable, and it comes back to Jim Grable. Fires one toward the net. Good save made by Beck. The rebound tossed in front. Beck helped out there by his defenseman. And taking another hit was Beck. And away we go again. Tensions boil over.
Yeah, this is some old school hockey here.
We've never seen anything like this.
No, not here. Everyone's picking a man and
squaring off. Nick Beck, I don't know if you saw it, threw a stick into the corner, a stick that belonged to one of the John Carroll players. My, oh my.
I think he might be in their head a little bit. And there was a lot of question coming into tonight, you know, seeing how Nick Beck would perform, because he played last night as well, and he was extremely active in that game. So it's kind of trying to see how much fatigue could be a factor here, but he doesn't seem phased so far this evening. Great goaltending on both ends up to this point.
This has been a rather ridiculous game, and they're still going, still jawing with each other. Kyle Vent getting involved, as is Tommy Kilway with Patrick Gilbert.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what comes out of this one.
Those penalty boxes aren't going to have enough room here soon. Nathaniel Schwartz jawing with the entire bench right now for John Carroll.
There's still John. Everyone's got something to say here.
And Nick Beck also has words for the linesman. He feels that they've entered his area just a bit too much here. As we continue deliberations with 8:55 to go in period number 2. Gabe Kalura, Chris Hodson, 29 seconds to go on this current power play for John Carroll, but we'll see if they'll be heading back to the power play or what's going to be going on.
Well, I know the photographer's getting some good shots right now of the packed house over in the penalty boxes.
Gonna run out of room soon.
Yeah, it's starting to look like one of those clown cars now.
As we redeliver equipment to those who may have lost it.
Well, you know, we're about a little over half of the game here, and I know you've been clawing to hear what my keys to the game here are this evening. I know everyone listening has just been begging for me to get to my keys because I know everyone wants to hear it so badly.
So let's go, Chris. What are the keys to this game as we are over halfway through?
Well, would you know, funny enough, the number one thing I have written down here, stay out of the box. You know, it's cliche, but it's true, especially when you're playing against a team like John Carroll that has such a lethal power play. Clearly, that one is not working out so far, as I see 3 with a possibility of 4 men going to the box here for Kent State. My next one was play responsibly. You know, simple. You know, I kind of combined the two of play responsible and keep it simple. Especially when you're as beat up on defense as the Flashes are right now, in the offense, the defensive zone. It's important to just, you know, make lateral plays that are smart and not, you know, overly risky. You know, simplify your game and don't try to do too much. I thought we were going to get a little call or a little explanation here, but it seems not.
Will Simon is currently discussing with Scott Chantry on the John Carroll side of things. So far, we haven't seen any more penalties added to the scoreboard. Of course, we'll let you know what happens.
I don't know if we have enough room on the scoreboard.
So 3 guys in the box right now for Kent State, just 2 for John Carroll. So if that holds true, this
might cancel out.
It's going to stay 5-on-4, and now Tyler Putnam is headed to the box.
Yeah, 3 in each box. We'll see.
Well, what a show that's been delivered to this packed house in Kent, Ohio. Haven't seen this many people here maybe ever.
Yeah, yet. It's really nice to see. Obviously, it's Stowe night here. High school had a game here directly prior to this one, and then students of the high school over in Stowe got in here tonight free. So bolstering pretty good turnout here after that one. So you love to see it.
Of course, a 7-0 win for the Stowe Bulldogs over the Avon Lake Shoremen just before this one.
Yeah, if you like goals, that was the game for you, especially if you're a Stowe fan.
So 4-on-4, and we're back underway. And after the first penalty expires to Kent State, they'll be on the power play. Quick backhand try by Kilway there. Snatched by Nate Cava with 8:45 to go in 19 seconds. The Golden Flashes will have a power play.
Yeah, and to clarify, it looks like it's going to be a 5-on-4, so nothing too wild.
Just your standard power play, yes, 5-on-4. On the face-off, another save and another freeze by Cava.
Well, you know, we haven't discussed the special teams for the Kent State Golden Flashes here yet. Kind of waning as of late. They are at 25% on the power play, but only 16% at home.
Here comes McNamara, gets his pocket picked by Henry. Strong defensive play by the man from Colorado Springs. Working in is Zarecki. 4 seconds until a power play comes to Kent State. Kilway tries to stuff one home, and he could not. Poswick's free from the box. He'll dart directly to the bench. Hopping over the boards is Nathaniel Schwartz. Cleared all the way down, swallowed by Beck. And he's forced to hang on.
Continuing, my dissertation on special teams here this evening. We didn't talk about it before when they were on the kill, but the Kent State penalty kill comes in at about an 84%, 86% on home ice. So that's home ice penalty kill seems to be where they're strongest. A lot of troubles away on both sides of special teams.
That puck was dropped way too soon. Flashes have 7 guys on the ice right now. Bioni and Hillebrecht will, beg your pardon. Looks like that's, yes, that is Hillebrecht. Hillebrecht and Bioni will head off. One ahead by Whopper. Tried to toss one to the slot. It was broken up by Herman. Another shot comes to the net, shrugged off by Beck. Good reactionary stop there. Tossed ahead to Joey Gallo, trying to gallop his way into the zone. And he does. Gallo to the net. Backhand try. It's still loose in front. Herberg nearly saved it and held the line. Nate Cava makes a strong stop there. Under a minute to go on this abbreviated power play for the Golden Flashes. Stretch pass there by Herberg. It works out. Here comes Schwartz, surveys, fires, and a save made again by Kava. Rebound, jamming at it in front was Gallo. Gallo goes down, and he's tackled there by Clayton Gazdak. My, oh my. Under 40 seconds to go on this power play now.
There's another great save by Kava as well. Definitely not an easy one to make in traffic like that.
Goaltending has been spectacular on both ends of the ice so far tonight. Snapped in by Herberg. Working in now is Gabriel. Fakes it one way, takes it the other. Moving in behind Kava's net. Swinging out to the half wall, looks to the slot. Bioni, one touch for Herberg. Herberg center point surveys, drops it off to Gabriel. He can bring it. Will he? Yes. Shot goes wide. Controlled by Bioni. Herberg comes off. Hillebrecht comes on. Gabriel has another look. Puck jumps over his stick. 3 seconds to go on this power play, and we are back to 5-on-5 even strength. Jim Grable lugging it ahead for John Carroll. Trying to work it all the way deep, but Bioni stole that away. Bioni hauled down. Oh, man. That looked like a dangerous collision between Ethan Miller and Justin Bioni. Snapped all the way ahead to Gabriel, who has the only goal in this game right now. Hillebrecht flying in, fakes it, now drops it off to Gabriel. Curl and drag, tries to get one to the slot. Broken up by McNamara. Around behind, Kilway. Drops it right back down low. The Flashes get the cycle game going. Pinned to the wall by Freilich there. And now a check by Freilich that brings down Gabriel. But Kilway hard on the puck. 6 minutes to go here in period number 2. Still 1-0. Gabe Kalura, Chris Hodson on the call. This is Young. Swung at there by Kilway. Flashes on the back check now. Flying in is Young. Slowing him a little bit there is big Zach Zarecki, the assistant captain for this Flashes team, wearing the A on his chest. This is Gillespie. Banging his stick on the ice there was Nick Creston. He wanted to be hit on the breakout. Zarecki, long shift for him. He'll probably hit the center red and clear it in. He will. Zarecki heads to the bench, as does Bioni. Patrick Gilbert drops back to retrieve this puck. Gillespie able to break it up. Tossed down low. Gortz is going to be the only one there. Freilich trying to haul him down, and he did. Effective enough to get a board battle going. Now controlled by Wigan. Drops it for Gilbert, now through center. Freilich for Sean Deacon. Deacon lost it right at the line. Gillespie able to stuff it right back down low on the backhand. Creston hurrying Wigan along. Another collision there between Gortz, and it looked like Freilich in behind. Puck hits the stick of Jim Grable. Now here comes Wigan. Wigan, a dangerous guy, throws one in front, and Nick Beck takes care of it. And there's a punch thrown right there. Smart on Zach Henry to not retaliate. So we'll see what comes of this.
If anything, at this rate.
Holupnik and Putnam are free from the sin bin. So both teams have all their players back.
And for the first time in about, 10 minutes?
Seems
We've got
like
an
a
even
decade.
game here. Yeah, it's been a hot minute. A lot of stoppage and a lot of extracurricular activity here.
One of the longest second periods we can remember.
Yeah, this coming after about 15 minutes in the first period, or about a good chunk of that without a whistle.
Certainly one of the most physical games, and the most physical since Toledo. I mean, we remember what happened here between Kent State and Toledo, that in-state rivalry, and we got another one brewing here. This is controlled by Fogarty on the half wall, on the pinch. Fogarty throws one in front. Richter had fallen down, and here comes the ever so dangerous Kobe Greenberg. Greenberg, curl and drag, he got by a man, throws it in front to Herman. He couldn't quite knock it on net. Fanned on the shot. Back the other way, Max Richter sauces one down. Beck using the paddle, and he takes another slash right there. Herberg using the glass. What a play right there by Greenberg. Here comes Herman with Schwartz jumping into the rush. Herman waiting for reinforcements, tosses one in front. Broken up by Pfeiffer. Whopperer, and now a 2-on-1 for John Carroll. Whopperer, a shot. Save made by Beck. And a penalty coming up, and it's going to be against Kent State. Interference is the call, and it's on Kobe Greenberg. So with 3:58 to go in the second, John Carroll with a chance to get things even before we head to the second intermission.
Yeah, this has been a really greasy game, not only just because of the physicality, but just not a lot of shots on goal. They're really having, on both sides, to have to work very hard to get the puck on net, which means it's been a very deceptively difficult game if you're in the pads right now. You know, it's one thing stopping a shot you can see, but when you've got just a horde of bodies in front and you don't know what's going to get to you, what's not, and where it's going to come from, it is really challenging to stay on it, and both goaltenders have been fantastic in that. Maybe not quite as flashy, you know, as you might see, but definitely impressive nonetheless.
Nick Beck certainly had the more physical game of the two, I can tell you that.
Yeah, he's had a lot of action in front, too.
Puck comes back to Russell, and this power play will get set up. Grable touches it across. Getting a stick in the lane was Halupnik, and it comes down as far as center. Ryan Russell dropping back. He's crisscrossing here with Patrick Gilbert. He dusts it off, and John Carroll will regroup and try to make their way back in. Grable trying to win that race with Zach Henry. They meet at the boards. Dangerous pass in front. Nick Beck helping himself out with that paddle. Reaching out and tipping it along to Alex Halupnik. Flashes changed forwards, but that's all. Gilbert making his way in. Minute 20 to go on this power play for John Carroll, a power play that's 0 for 1 so far tonight. Gilbert, right point. Lets one go, blocker down, right back into the slot by Beck, and cleared down by Hillebrecht.
It's textbook penalty killing against a really good unit.
Zarecki looking to hurry Jim Grable along, as under a minute to go on the power play now, and under 3 minutes to go in period number 2. 1-0, Flashes lead it on a goal from Johnny Gabriel. Sniped one top shelf glove side on Nate Cava, and that's the only goal we've seen tonight. Clayton Gazdak sends one ahead for Young, gains the line, dumps it into the far corner. First one there is going to be McNamara. McNamara, puck dribbled right along to Alex Halupnik, held at the line by Young, as this is the second unit. Gazdak open, shooting, and it goes wide of the blocker side. Don't know if Beck got a piece of that. Young, too hot to handle there for Gazdak. Gazdak right back to Young, a sizzler toward the goal, blocked by Herman. Beg your pardon, blocked by Zarecki. Up and into the mesh.
Yeah, that was the cleanest shot that John Carroll's gotten on their power play so far. Gazdak had a wide open section of net, but he just couldn't pull it off in time and ended up sending it wide.
Really good chance for Clayton Gazdak, the sophomore defenseman from Mentor, product of St. Ignatius High School. Battle there between Freilich and Halupnik. Puck drifts back to where it can be controlled by Young. Trying to tip that on goal was Richter. Left pad save made by Beck. Wheeled right back into the near corner. 3 seconds, 2-1. The power play has expired. Kobe Greenberg free from the box. Back to even strength. 2 for 2 on the night is the penalty kill. Freilich tried to go short side. Beck holding the post nicely. Kobe Greenberg, he's a fast one. He's going to beat this icing out. Greenberg has no help. The tired penalty kill unit had to change behind the play. But good on Kobe Greenberg to win the race. Young lugging the puck in. 90 seconds to go here in the second. Beck going to wheel it around. Max Richter going to be the first one there. Unruh lost it, and here we go. Nick Creston in alone, and he shot it wide. Creston tried to go on the backhand, glove side. Puck won back by Chuck Gortz. Gortz stops on a dime, takes it right back down low, throws one in front. Bennett Wenger looking for the tip, couldn't get it. Bioni brings it. Shot tipped up into the netting with 1:03 to go in period number 2. Still 1-0, but a great chance. Remember the save from Nate Cava.
Yeah, that was a great play by Creston there to recognize that the puck was coming over and to cut that pass off and get out of the zone with it quick. And you briefly mentioned it, but it was a great heads-up play as well by Greenberg coming out of the box just to buy a little time for his guys to get off the ice.
Herman will take this draw with Whopperer. Herman wins it to the back. Handlovich tried to shovel it right on net. Hit a body in front, under a minute to go in period number 2. Schwartz in a battle there with Patrick Gilbert, trying to pick his pocket, but Gilbert gets away. Herman jumps back into the rush to even it up. Grable with a shot short side, save made by Beck. Greenberg drops back into the corner. Kobe Greenberg surveys, dusts it off, and takes off. Greenberg maneuvers his way around Deacon, and they're right in. Greenberg sniping one, it got the glass. Comes right back for Handlovich. On the cycle there by Schwartz. Grable going to be the first one to it. Herman doing good work. Now Gilbert sends one around. 20 seconds to go in the period. Halupnik and a battle on the half wall, 2 aside. Now coming in to help out, make it 3-on-3. And now 10 seconds to go in the period. Might be content with just holding this puck here for the rest of the time.
Yeah, looks like they might just eat it here on the boards.
Now Hanlovich getting into a battle with Deacon, and that's 2. And of course, play will continue after the horn. My, oh my. What a showdown this is.
Anybody's game here.
Certainly is anybody's game. We got to talk about the goaltending. They've both been very good. Nate Cava's made a couple of 10 bell saves that have really kept John Carroll within one here. And likewise, Nick Beck. It's a chippy game, hockey is, but he's taken his fair share of beatings tonight, and he's battled through it.
Yeah, both have been very good so far on what's been a really kind of greasy, dirty game in front of the nets on both sides. And really at this point, you know, it's anybody's game. And I don't know if I can really say one team has had more of an advantage than the other. Maybe leaning a little more towards John Carroll. They've had a little bit more zone time, and they've been putting a lot of pressure on Nick Beck. But it's been a pretty even back-and-forth game here.
Discussions continue on after the period has expired with Zach Zarecki and the referees, along with Aaron Hernandez and Rob Nitre. Of course, Zarecki allowed to stick around because he's got that letter on his chest. Especially in the absence of Jason Smith, you need somebody to talk to the refs.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big presence that they're missing out there this evening without Jason Smith.
Of course, we mentioned a quad injury for Jason Smith. He told us he's hoping to get back into action real soon, hoping it's a couple days, that kind of thing. Just a little bit of tightness in the quad. Well, that's 2 periods of play. Don't go anywhere. Second intermission is now. And stay tuned for a great third period from the Kent State Ice Arena. Teams have taken the ice as period 3 just about set to get underway, and we are in for a wild race to the finish. Gabe Kalura, Chris Hodson. Sticks are down, puck is down, period 3 is underway. Frantic, physical, fantastic game so far. Here's Zarecki galloping in down the slot. Had it knocked away there by Wigan in the near corner. Now McNamara on the half wall. Trying to get some help there from Deacon. Comes back, Herberg brings it. A shot tipped, rebound, backhand shot didn't go. Might have got the iron. Kilway battling for it in the high slot area. He's able to drop it right back down low. Gallo moves it in further. Now Patrick Gilbert takes it away. That close to making it 2-0 was Tommy Kilway. Patrick Gilbert dropping back in the far corner. Here's Wigan. Snap pass up ahead. Looking to hit Deacon. It was broken up there by Halupnik. Battle for it along the boards. Halupnik sends it all the way down. Nearly hit the ceiling. Low ceilings here at the Kent State Ice Arena, if you've never been here before. Halupnik looking to take care of Wigan, but Wigan makes a nice pass up ahead to Gilbert. Now it's Wapperer. Max Wapperer ahead to Jim Grable. Had it broken up. Race for the puck now as we see our first collision of the period. Gabriel rides a man all the way to the boards. Halupnik came in to help out. Bioni tosses one harmlessly wide. Nearly bounced all the way back out to the point where Handlovich can take a shot, and it's swallowed by Kava and melted down. First stoppage of the third, 18-18 to go. Still 1-0 Flashes.
Yeah, it looks like the members of the Best Friends Club are picking up right where they left off at the end of the second period.
Not a game for the faint of heart. Believe we've said it a few times.
Just a few.
Just battle after battle after battle in this one. Off the tie-up, Herman wins it. Schwartz tries a quick shot. It's blocked. It comes back to Bioni. Kneeling down was Pfeiffer to try and take the space away from Bioni, but he works all the way down low. Shot, score! Kobe Greenberg is back on the board. Flashes double their lead. It's 2-0. And a big one for number 2-6. What a play by Kobe Greenberg.
Absolutely. That's a great move from behind the net. And, you know, that's a big goal in a game that's been as close as it has been here. Now doubling the lead.
Gallo and Pfeiffer take the draw at center red. Flashes with a huge insurance tally to make this a multi-goal lead. And we'll see how John Carroll responds to this adversity. Zarecki took a run in the corner and then a cross-check from Brian Russell. And slipping and falling there was Gazdak, winning the puck is Zarecki. Tough angle shot tried in front. Gallo tried to whack it out of the air. Another try from Zarecki, never got there. Gallo slow to get up as marching in now is Glika. Oh my, he hit the dasher. And that's why they pad those dashers. Another collision right in front. Glika demanding the puck in front. It never got to him. Scary hit. You think of Zdeno Chara's hit on Max Pacioretty. The reason that those dashers are curved and padded now. Here's Kilway. Wheeling one on the backhand. And now Gord stuffs it down low. Gets some help now as his line is fully on the ice with Gillespie and Cruston. Gilbert in behind. Patrick Gilbert dusts it off, gets this rush started. Has Grable knifing down the right wing. Pass to him, onside play. Wapperer down low to help out. Gilbert stays where he's at on the pinch. Now Grable trying to work it further on the far corner. It's taken away though by Herberg. Sent skyward and caught right out of the air by Creston. He delivers a check to Wigan. Puck still loose. Fighting for possession now is Wigan, and he will get it. And a nice pass up ahead. Here comes Wapperer. Max Wapperer, onside play, drops it to Grable. He's hauled down. And another big hit right in front of the Kent State bench. Sean Deacon wheels one in. It's an offside play. Blue Streaks got a tag up.
Yeah, Blue Streaks have really ramped up the physicality here after that Kent State goal. You can tell they're really not content with giving up that one, and they're really making their presence known here.
Gabriel with a nice takeaway. He ripped it right off the paddle of Kava there. Now Bioni steps into Ethan Miller. Pass across for Handlovich, gains the red line, sends it down. Miller going to be the first one there. No, Gabriel is. He's the immovable object right there at the left point. He's tied up by Miller here.
They've really been trying hard to knock him down, and they've not been successful.
Meanwhile, McNamara tried a centering pass to Young. He was knocked down. Hillebrecht with a curl and drag just evaded a big hit from McNamara. Here's Gabriel moving in. Gabriel hauled down, and now we're going to get a penalty called.
That's an easy penalty call for the referee.
Immediately looked to the referee, Will Simon, to see if his arm shot up, and it sure did.
Yeah, that might have been a little bit of a frustration move by the Blue Streaks there after trying to, knock Gabriel off the puck at the blue line and then being unable to get in front of him on that one.
So Ethan Miller is going to get 2 for holding. At least that's what we assume. So the first full power play of the night for the Golden Flashes.
I think they may have signaled a hook there.
You're right, hooking is the call. So 2 for hooking on Ethan Miller. Big power play right here, a chance to potentially even put the game away. With 15:34 to go, tie up and cleared all the way down by Deacon right away.
That was a great move off the win there.
Beck will leave it. Crisscrossing with Hillebrecht there was Bioni, and he takes the puck. Moves it to Kobe Greenberg, the most recent goal scorer in this one. Tosses one ahead for Bioni. Bioni cutting, oh my. An ankle breaker from Bioni, and a drive that's stopped there by Kava. Glove down by Greenberg. He will just send it all the way down. Flashes will regroup. How about the shifty maneuver by Justin Bioni? Freilich hurrying the pass that came from Hillebrecht. Bioni makes another nifty move, and again. Justin Bioni, the Pittsburgh product, not afraid to make something happen. Of course, his father, Craig Bioni, used to coach at Robert Morris. How about that? Pretty extensive hockey background in the family. Stepping up now is Brian Russell, the defenseman, and the captain. Russell sachets by Hillebrecht, throws one in front, they score! A shorthanded goal for Jim Grable, his 13th of the year. And the Blue Streaks cut the lead in half.
Well, that one goes back to my keys of the game, Gabe, which is to be responsible. And that was a pretty boneheaded pass there in the neutral zone by the Flashes that, gave John Carroll an easy rush into the zone. And they capitalized on a great pass.
So the ever so dangerous Jim Grable, who can do it all, killing penalties.
Well, he's made his presence felt here tonight. I mean, he's been everywhere. I mean, he's been eating minutes, too. It seems like every time you look up, there he is.
And another face-off one here by Whopper as we're back in play. And an immediate clear. Nick Beck well out of his net to play this one along for Ian Herman. So the attitude changes a little bit here in the building. A big shorthanded goal. Talked about it could be a potential opportunity for the Flashes to put the game away. Likewise, it could be an opportunity for John Carroll to get right back in it after surrendering a quick goal to start this period. Wigan gets hauled down. John Carroll bench wanted a penalty, and they won't get one. Now Creston and Whopper are battling. I beg your pardon, that's Poswick and Whopper, whose face shield has come off, and there's a big block shot by Gilbert on Tommy Kilway.
That's a gutsy move, and that one may have stung him a little.
Kilway tried to maneuver by, and it's poked away and cleared, and that's it. Penalties expired.
Yeah, that was the Gilbert show on defense right there.
So not only did they kill a penalty, and now they're going right back on the penalty kill. Unless the Flashes can get one here. Herman, a quick shot, goes wide. Race for it. Miller touches up. 2 minutes for tripping is going to be the call. And I believe Ethan Miller's headed right back to the box.
Yeah, and that one was right in open ice, right in front of the referee. It's kind of a hard one not to call. And, with that last John Carroll goal there, that actually brings Jim Grable up to 32 points in the season, inching even closer to that 1.5 points per game mark. That's an absolutely insane performance.
13th goal of the year for Jim Grable has really made things interesting here.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason we outlined him in the opening, and we're talking about him as one of the players to watch here this evening.
Of course, Kobe Greenberg and Jonathan Gabriel have both added their 10th goals of the season. And right back on the penalty kill go the Blue Streaks, but able to clear it all the way down is Clayton Gazdak. Flashes are going to have to regroup. 13 minutes to go, still plenty of time. Anything can happen. Gabriel drops it off to Greenberg, who makes a nice feed to Justin Bioni. Bioni sends it all the way down. Flashes look to gain possession and get things set up here. Gabriel in to help out, trying to win this battle. Also stepping in to dig is Zarecki. And Zarecki wins it. It comes to Greenberg. Greenberg stopping and going, gives it to Gabriel. Back to the point, Bioni. Fakes the drive, gives it on over to Hillebrecht. Hillebrecht across to Gabriel, a shot, got the glass. Good opportunity there for Johnny Gabriel to notch another one tonight.
He'll be staring at the ceiling after that one. Perfect pass.
Now Gabriel delivers a check, and a penalty will come of this. Interference is going to be the call, and it's going to go against Jonathan Gabriel. So we'll play 4-on-4 for 1:05, and John Carroll with an opportunity to get an abbreviated power play afterwards.
And in case you haven't heard it the first 10 times, it is a lethal unit. Not the kind of unit you want out on the ice with, roughly half a period left in the game.
Coming in at 62% on the power play. Gaudy numbers.
Those are insane numbers. Doesn't matter who you are, especially this late in the season.
So we play 4-on-4. 2-1. The Flashes lead. 12:23 to go in the third period. Controlled by Herberg. He takes a shove, but he's able to touch one across to Kilway. Here comes Tommy Kilway. Maneuvers his way around a check that came from Sean Deacon. Cut off by Young nicely there, and now John Carroll gains possession. Deacon lowering into a hip check was Herberg. Poswick dropping back. Leaves it there for Kilway, controlled now by Herberg. Didn't expect the pass to come to him. Here's Freilich again. Freilich in the far corner, waiting for some reinforcements. Takes a run there from Kilway, and all the way down it comes to where Bertoni can play it.
That was a bad giveaway.
Flashes change, and it was a bad one. Drive, and Beck makes the save. Got to talk about the goaltending. It's been fantastic at both ends. Of course, the one goal that Nick Beck gave up absolutely hung out to dry. No chance. And Kava's made really big saves. And you could argue that he's the main reason that we are where we are, a 2-1 game.
Absolutely. He's been seeing the puck really well tonight and been staying with it even under traffic and under duress.
Puck dropped back to be controlled by Gilbert. Now Russell. Back to Gilbert, center point. This is 4-on-4, not a power play yet. Beck snags it, and he leaves it there. So, lugging it ahead is Nathaniel Schwartz, and he's given plenty of room here. Schwartz, a couple leg fakes, throws it in front. Nobody home. Herman and Gilbert on the battle here. Another tie-up right there, and now the power play will begin for John Carroll. Ethan Miller knifing in. He's leveled by Bioni. Justin Bioni not afraid to step up and step into a man in open ice.
I don't think anybody's afraid here this evening.
Under 11 minutes to go. Flashes lead at 2-1. Gabe Kalura, Chris Hodson on the call here. Here's Whopper dropping it off. Grable, a shot. It's blocked by Herberg and cleared by Zarecki. Big time. Kava going to leave it behind for Gilbert. Gilbert a head fake. Now Deacon. Cross the ice for Whopperer. John Carroll's in. Grable has a go. Snatched by Nick Beck. No further play. 9 seconds to go on the power play. 10:31 to go in the period. 2-1, Flashes lead.
Well, we've talked about how important these divisional games are, especially at this part of the season. Funny enough, actually, in the CHMA, which is the division these two teams play, it's been really top-heavy, with the top 4 teams all being over 700 in terms of win percentage, with the bottom 4 being at 400 or below within the division.
Pretty outrageous. Very top-heavy, as you mentioned.
And John Carroll rounds out that top 4, actually, with the Flashes being in 6th.
Of course, in a tie with Duquesne, so these games just mean more right now for the Flashes, trying to battle their way into a playoff spot. Miller going to win this battle, but Beck comes out to play it. Gave it right away to Freilich. A chance in front. Save again by Beck. Once again, they're getting a little close to him. Of course, it's been a physical game for Nick Beck. The goaltender's had to stand up for himself a couple times. Quick pass, it comes to Halupnik. Criss crossing with Gabriel. Quick shot by Halupnik was blocked by Gazdak. Big play there by Clayton Gazdak. Stepping in to help out now is Hillebrecht. Halupnik in a battle that time. Gabriel throws one in front. It hit the paddle of Kava. Still battling for it now is Halupnik. Stepping in to win this battle is Hillebrecht. Under 10 to play in period 3. Young drops it off for Gazdak. John Carroll breathes a sigh of relief. Snapped ahead McNamara. Couldn't quite control it. Bit too hot to handle. Zarecki drops back. Hands it off to Kilway. Kilway sidesteps a man. Tries to put it on goal. It was blocked by the stick of Gilbert. Falling into the near corner, this is Kilway. On the half wall, plays it back down low. Zarecki handles. Zarecki, a nice toe drag to get free. Zarecki working toward the slot area. Still with it. Lets one go. It never got to the net. It's in the feet of Gallo. Still, they tie up for it. Clear, but it only got as far as Handlovich. He lets one go with traffic in front. Kicked out by Kava.
Oh,
Pass
man.
that skyward. There's a big hit in behind the play by Gallo. Handling is Bioni. He snaps one to Joey Gallo. And a penalty. Nick Beck coming to the bench for the extra attacker. Gallo, a power move. Couldn't get one there. Frozen by Nate Kava. And another power play coming up for Kent State.
Yeah, I think that call came from the hit behind the play. What's interesting, though, is I'm not really sure what the call's going to be, is the referee was really slow putting his arm up on that one.
Yeah, I just had to take a second to think about it.
Yeah, he kind of shot a look over at the John Carroll bench before he put the arm up. It was kind of an interesting little moment.
Curious.
And they are really not pleased with it.
Tristan Wigan is barking at Will Simon right now as he makes his way to the box. Power play, and this building gets loud.
And he looks like he's out of here.
And they're kicking Wigan out of the game.
Yeah, the referee did not like what he was saying, and he sent him right out. So
given a game misconduct.
Yep,
so
that'll be it for him for tonight.
Goodbye, Tristan Wigan.
The crowd's letting him hear it.
So some deliberation now. Hit the road jack being played here in the arena. A classy move there. Oh, my.
Yeah, and even more discussion going on here between the players still.
So a lot of this going to be sorted out here shortly. And it allows us to do our favorite thing, which is reflect on what we've seen
I do
tonight.
love a good reflection, Gabe.
We've seen plenty of physicality, but you know that.
Absolutely. Now that we're meditating here at the Temple of Hockey.
A lot of physicality, few near fights, but nothing given a 5-minute major for fighting. We've seen a lot of roughing.
No, like, official fights, you know, going down in the book, but it's kind of a little half fight earlier on in the game.
We don't see guys ripping the helmets off and dancing, you know.
No, I'm pretty sure the referees would step in and stop that. I mean, I believe even in the NHL now, helmet comes off, fight is over.
So we'll see here. It looked like Will Simon signaled 5-on-5 to the benches.
And now the Kent State bench has something to say. So,
of course, assistant coach Aaron Hernandez is in the head spot tonight. Zachary Nowak in health and safety protocols.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to remain 5-on-5, which is, it's interesting since they were originally going to take a man to the box before kicking him out. So I'm not really sure what that was all about then.
Nevertheless, Tristan Wigan will not see the ice again tonight. That is one thing that we know for certain. But we are playing 5-on-5, and there is a penalty on the board against John Carroll, and it's just been taken off. So there you go. The probing will continue. Jim Grable broke it up at the line by Herberg, and now he elevates the glove one down. Puck is loose in front. Beck is able to poke it away from Grable. Mentioned how dangerous he is a couple of times in this game. Russell tied up, and now here comes Kilway. One-on-one with Gazdak. Kilway in and out move. Puck deflected up into the mesh and out of play with 8:16 to go.
Yeah, you talk about Jim Grable, like we've been saying, he's been pretty much everywhere tonight. He's been in the middle of all the physicality. He's had several chances. He was involved in the goal. I mean, he's been pretty much everywhere, and he's been living up to the the hype of being their big name player. And I mean, he's got 32 points I believe now in the season, which is pretty big.
This puck controlled by Kobe Greenberg. Wheels one around on the cycle. Gilbert pinned to the wall by Herman. And now a battle. Trying to rip one out there with Schwartz. McNamara gives it along for Gilbert. And now John Carroll looking to exit the zone cleanly. Under 8 minutes to go in period number 3. Flashes lead at 2-1. Gabe Kalura, Chris Hodson on the call for you tonight between Kent State and John Carroll. A game with massive playoff implications in the CHMA as this season is nearing a close. 2 more home games for the Golden Flashes against West Virginia and Mercyhurst. Must-win games at this point in the year. Here is Young, touching one up ahead for McNamara. Plays it diagonally across for Ethan Miller. It was broken up. Now Schwartz on the battle. Jawing with McNamara. Turns around, gives him a chop, nothing less. And nothing more. Freilich up ahead. Controlled now by Miller. He's closed off by Zach Henry. Good job by the Colorado Springs product to keep him to the outside. Kyle Vent dropping in behind Nick Beck. Vent has it taken away by Richter. And now the puck finds Nick Creston. Nick Creston's one of those guys that had a glorious scoring opportunity on Nate Kava earlier in the game on the breakaway. Sent a backhand shot just wide. And now here's Pfeiffer. Another big collision in behind the play. Trying to rip his stick free is Kyle Vent, and Miller is coming back for more.
Yeah, Miller and Vent had quite the disagreement in the corner. A lot of pushing, a lot of shoving. And then at the end of it, Miller did not want to give up Vent's stick. He's still discussing it with the referee with a smile on his face.
Love to see the smile.
Well, he's having a good time, Who isn't?
Yeah, this has been a fantastic game. We have some snapped lumber. 2-1, Flashes lead with 6:45 to go in the third period. Just trying to close things out. Pfeiffer will take this draw with Gabriel. Gabriel's able to win it. Stuffed down as far as neutral ice, and now Gabriel controls. Protecting that puck with the right arm. Gabriel with a head of steam, moving in. Able to maneuver his way all the way into the zone. He's closed off finally by Fogarty. Now Glica at the half wall. Sends one skyward in the direction of Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer couldn't quite control it. Bertoni took a check there, and now Kyle Vent. Puck in the skates of Jonathan Gabriel, intercepted by Halupnik. Sends one forward, looking for Hillebrecht, couldn't quite hit him. We approach 6 minutes to go in period number 3. What a finish it's gonna be. Vent drops it off. Hillebrecht is there waiting for it. Plays one ahead, looking for Gabriel. It's cut off by Richter. Here's a touch pass across Glica. Sidesteps one man, took a hit. Now Pfeiffer battling for it. Puck still loose. They jam away at it. It squirts to the far corner. Gabriel nudges one by. It's as far as center. Fogarty controls. Knocked away by Gabriel. Great play and great pursuit of the puck by Johnny Gabriel. He's hauled down and slow to get up. Long shift for him. Appears to be all right. Now he delivers a check to Fogarty. Fogarty gives him another cross check. Still following him in is Grable. Poke check by Beck. Nick Beck not afraid to use that paddle. Sent down and intercepted by Poswick. Another collision happens. And now controlled by Kilway. Kilway snaps one. It's blocked to the corner. Zarecki. Drop pass Gallo. Serving as the first line center tonight. Now Zarecki. Surveys. Lets one go toward the net. Never got to Kava. Whopperer controls it in behind. Gives it ahead for Grable. Now here's Gazdak. Gaining the line. Sending it in. Forwards change for John Carroll. Beck controls under 5 minutes to go in the third. Freilich in a battle there with Poswick along the wall. Dropped off to Brian Russell. Shrugged off. A standing save there by Nick Beck. Old school. Knocked out of the air by a high stick. And this will be blown dead.
Well, the game is starting to open up quite a bit here. A little bit less of that kind of, gritty, greasy play and a lot more open space and guys finding ways to find a lane and get some shots on net.
Nick Beck broke his stick, so he goes to the bench to get a new one.
That's not something you see every day.
Yeah, he broke his stick on that poke check. Off the face-off, Herman's able to hack it back. Greenberg there to help out. Close quarters there with Handlovich and Greenberg. Stepping up now is Freilich as they try to move it out of the zone. Greenberg nudged it further, and now here comes John Carroll the other way. Snap pass across Freilich. Fralick surveys, gives it to Gazdak, working in, big save by Beck! Got the blocker on it. It comes back to the point, Russell lets one go, another save by Beck to the corner. McNamara closed off there by Handlovich, battle for the puck, drop back to Russell. Now Gazdak at the point, 4 minutes to go in the third. Gazdak with room, touched across to Russell, lets one go, Beck the save again. Miller right back to Russell, excellent pressure being applied here by the Blue Streaks. Sent in front, chance there, Beck another big stop. It goes wide. Controlled now by McNamara. Comes back to Gazdak at the point. Surveys, touches it across. Chance for Fralick in front. Beck out aggressively, plays it down. Flash is clear. What a sequence.
Yeah, it looks like Nick Beck is achieving flow state here towards the end of this game. He's just making save after save after save.
Deacon shoved to the ground there by Henry. Wheeling in, here's Grable, a shot. Save made by Beck. Coming to the top of that blue paint to shrug it off. And Beck another save and a freeze.
Yeah, boy, that Jim Grable in open ice, he's not the guy you want to see wide open at the top of the circles in front of your goaltender.
Nick Beck, the Youngstown, Ohio product, just a freshman. Gutsy, fantastic performance tonight.
Yeah, the future is bright for Kent State goaltending with guys like him here.
Of course, Alex Toth also.
Yeah, just committed
to the Kent State Golden Flashes. Puck comes to Young, snatched by Beck, and held on to. 3 minutes, 11 seconds to go in period number 3. Gabe Kalura, Chris Hodson on the call, and it's been a fun one to call.
Yeah, and you're kind of seeing what kind of impact, goaltending at the right time can have. They always say, especially like the NHL level, you want to see your goaltender get the right save at the right time, and you're kind of seeing that right now.
Tie up. Now controlled. Vent is able to send it as far as Young. Puck fluttering in the air. It's gloved down by Kyle Vent. Tried to get it out. It hit the linesman. McNamara in. He gives it along to Fralick. Gilbert just lost it. And now here comes Gallo. Tossed ahead to Kilway. Couldn't get around Young. Meanwhile, behind the play, there was another tie-up. Here's Gilbert, a snapshot. Swept to the corner by Beck and into the mesh.
Yeah, Blue Streaks were almost offsides when they were coming back because there was a long discussion or disagreement going on next to the Kent State net. Not really sure what that was all about, but they were definitely letting each other have it there.
2:46 to go in the third. Whopperer and Gabriel. Big face-off here. It's won by John Carroll, but it escapes the zone. Holupnik racing in. He wanted to make things interesting. Hurrying Gilbert along. Now Young. Long stretch pass. It gets by Herberg, and Deacon's going to be the first one there. Deacon leaves it for Whopperer. Keep an eye on Nate Kava as we approach that time. Just over 2 minutes to go. Whopperer checked down by Poswick, and another man hauled down in front. That was Grable. Meanwhile, here come the Flashes the other way. 2-on-3. Holupnik and Gabriel. Gabriel sidesteps Deacon. Surveys. Moves in. Backhand try. Save made the rebound. And Kava made the save backwards. How about that?
Yeah, that was great awareness by Kava to find that puck and get his, I think it was actually his blocker hand that he had over top of that one.
Impressive save.
Yeah, this is the time of the game when, while your goaltenders are making the big bucks, although technically not at this level, but you get what I mean.
And John Carroll going to use that timeout. It's a big defensive zone face-off. They want to talk it over.
Maybe at least this is the part where your goaltender at least earns a steak dinner from the team.
He certainly deserves one.
I think both have made their case for a free dinner this evening.
You're absolutely right. Of course, Nate Kava, the junior. Some would say he's undersized for a goaltender.
He is on the smaller side of goaltenders, but, really you haven't noticed this evening. He's looked big in there.
He certainly has. Coming up on top of that blue paint when it's necessary. Making that circus save right there just a sequence ago.
Yeah, his positioning's been fantastic. That's really what it comes down to when you're a little bit smaller because you don't want to be moving too much. He's been positioned pretty much perfectly for every shot that's come his way. And it's kind of, something both these goaltenders have in common where a lot of their saves look pretty effortless where it's just hitting them. And that just comes down to just great positioning.
Yeah, positioning can certainly make up for size. At 5'9", most goaltenders you see in the National Hockey League, don't even get me started on guys like Andrei Vasilevsky,
Yeah,
Ben
he's
Bishop.
not a small dude, neither of them.
Two just massive goaltenders.
And that's kind of becoming the norm. You're starting to see the average size of goaltenders get, bigger and bigger, because you see guys like Anton Hudobin who are now considered to be smaller goaltenders.
Yeah, and Hudobin's not a small guy by any standards.
No, if memory serves me correctly, he's about 5'10", 5'11".
So near 6 foot.
Yeah, that's small now.
Short Kings standing up. Anyway, we digress. Play back underway here on the far half wall. Under 2 minutes to play. Here's Clayton Gazdak on the control. Gives it on over to Russell. Nate Kava. You might see him dart to the bench as soon as possession is established in the offensive zone.
Right now.
And here he comes. Deacon hauled down. They wave the offside off. Grable knifing to the net. A shot. Kick saved by Beck. That's a big one. 90 seconds to play in the third. Russell. 6 attackers on the ice. Quick shot. Beck makes the save. Kneels the paddle down. Puck controlled and behind by Grable. Trying to stuff one in was Miller. He could not. 24 square feet of twine at the other end of the ice to shoot at for the Flashes. Russell sends one in down low for Miller. Miller tried to touch one in front of Grable. It was broken up. Bouncing puck. Nick Beck with a ridiculous save. Me oh my. Grable for Miller. Saucer pass. Intercepted by Greenberg. They can't get it out. 60 seconds to go. Knocked away by Bioni. Now controlled by Russell. Russell down low for Miller. Miller controlling. Gave it on to Deacon. The return to Miller. Russell. Miller. Back down low. Deacon tried to get one in front. Still it's loose. Another shot by Grable. Nick Beck diving to make the stop.
You have got to be kidding me.
Under 40 seconds to play. Puck comes right back in down low. Ethan Miller on the control. Whopperer opened up for a one-timer. It's broken up there by Bioni. Battle for the puck in the far corner. Greenberg is there. Broken up there by Herberg. It's loose and it's all the way down. Kilway. Is he going to win the battle? He will. Tommy Kilway trying to wrap it around. He just lost control of the puck. Gives it to Gallo. Gallo cycling in front. Broken up from Poswick. Deacon stepped into again by Poswick. 10 seconds to go and a 2-on-1. Here comes Miller across to Grable.
What a
save! The save! Nick Beck, are you kidding me?
If he didn't earn that dinner yet, there it is.
Standing O for number 31. My goodness. Told you it would be a fun finish.
Well, it's still not over yet. I mean, there's only 4 seconds left, but anything could happen. But the way Nick Beck is playing tonight.
4.6. Kent State. Coach Aaron Hernandez will use a timeout, and we'll use the time to catch our breath.
Yeah, there's a kind of a community exhale after that one here in the arena.
A fantastic pass.
I think that one's going in the Nick Beck highlight reel.
A fantastic pass by Sean Deacon. I mean, you cannot.
No, it was perfect, and it was right to the guys you want,
And it is right to Jim Grable, the man that has the John Carroll Golden Knight, their leader in points. Nick Beck got the push from right to left and somehow kept the puck out of the net.
Got right in front of it, took it right in that Kent State crest in the front of the jersey.
This is masterclass by Nick Beck right now. Just extremely fun to watch.
Yeah, and for Jim Grable, he's got to be staring at the ceiling. I mean, that's something you almost expect to be automatic from someone that's putting up the kind of numbers that he has this year.
So obviously the discussion with Coach Hernandez, don't let the puck in the net.
Probably said something along the lines of win the face-off for starters.
Nick Beck takes one more skate, and the biggest face-off of the year right here. Off the tie-up! 3 seconds to go! That's all! And we continue after the buzzer. Of course.
Why wouldn't they?
But somehow, some way, the Flashes get it done. Your final from the Kent State Ice Arena. The Kent State Golden Flashes 2. The John Carroll University Blue Streaks 1.
What a game.
The loudest it's been in this arena. And Nick Beck, I don't think I've seen a goaltender more hype, maybe ever.
I mean, he should be. The way he's played tonight, and especially coming off the loss last night, that's got to feel good.
The best atmosphere we've seen in this building in years. And this is, as they meet at center ice, one of the best traditions in sports for the handshake line. Nick Beck. Speechless.
Yeah,
What can you say?
There are no words after what we've seen tonight. I mean, what a phenomenal game just on both sides. Yeah, I mean, it got a little rough. There were maybe a little too much extracurricular and kind of stuff like that. But, I mean, at the end of the day, phenomenal game.
One of the most complete games we've ever seen here between Kent State and John Carroll. Once again, Flashes win it over John Carroll 2-1. A big win in the CHMA playoff picture. For Christopher Hodson, I'm Gabe Kalura saying good night, drive safe, Flashes win.